Now, police in China have arrested a fugitive who'd been on the run for 17 years by using drones with high-definition cameras to locate his remote cave hideout. The man had escaped from a prison camp while serving a sentence for trafficking women and children. He'd been living in a tiny mountainside cave cut off from human interaction. The BBC's Kerry Allen told me more.
This is a man called Song Jiang who's been on the run now for 17 years, and nobody knew his whereabouts whatsoever. Media put out campaigns previously. It's very common with people that if they're a fugitive, the government wants to try and find them before they might pose a risk to society. So there's extensive media campaigns. Their pictures are put everywhere, and yeah, he seemingly just vanished, and he's finally been found because of a drone. So in southwestern China, an area called Yunnan province, it's a very hilly area, very mountainous. A drone back in September saw something and had heard that they thought they'd found him, and they found this little shack just set into the hills, and they arrested him this week. And he's been on the run for this length of time for trafficking women and children. It's a staggering story.
Yeah, he did so long cut off from human society that apparently couldn't even communicate properly when they found him.
Yeah, I'd say this is. It doesn't surprise me knowing Yunnan. I mean, it's such a mountainous area. There's lots of hills, regions. People can really fall off the map there. So it's staggering that they managed to find him, and by using a drone as well, which the government normally are very sensitive about anybody using. So because of security issues, for example. So obviously the police had been working with these drones to try and find this man. And it's amazing that they've managed to have success.
Yeah, and they had a tip-off that he was in the area, but we're struggling, I guess, to cover it any other way than by drone.
Well, absolutely, yes. I mean, it's one of these areas that people can struggle to get around on foot because it's so hilly. I mean, the majority of China is very flat. You'll have these long, very communist roads with that are just absolutely flat. And Yunnan's a bit special in that respect, in that it's got a load of plantations. It's built on hills. I mean, it's a beautiful, breathtaking area. But yeah, if somebody goes missing, it is very difficult to find your way around. And there's lots of animals that roam in this area very freely, goats and dangerous animals as well. If some people have been lost in southwestern China before, it's very difficult to get signals out there as well. So the fact that a drone managed to find him is really quite staggering.
And so now what? He's been returned to prison?
Yes, he's been sent back to prison. I mean, first of all, the authorities checked that he was okay. I mean, he'd been drinking water from a river, and basically using branches from local trees to make a fire. So very much living out in the sticks and living off the land. So they checked he was okay, but yeah, now he's been sent back to prison.
Yeah, it was a pretty serious crime, wasn't it? How long's he got left to serve?
Yeah, I mean, people who are trafficking, they can get life sentences. He will have had a very serious sentence. It would have been very long. But in recent years, the government has really, really cracked down on child traffickers and human traffickers. It's only been given life sentences or the death penalty. But yeah, he was in prison before 2002 when the laws were very different. But in that year, he escaped from prison, and so yeah, he's been missing for that length of time.
That's our reporter Kerry Allen speaking to me earlier.